What's up, guys? Leaman Griffin here. Still working out this Halloween candy. There you go, Laffy Taffy. It's backwards, but whatever. Still working through this Halloween candy. Anyway, I've got a cool video for you guys today. As soon as that was a bad idea, putting candy in my mouth right before I started the video. Hang tight. Oh my god, Laffy Taffy. So good, but it takes so long to chew. Alright, so real quick reminder, if you haven't already, go to youtube.com/LeamanGriffin, which you're already on, and click subscribe and check out my giveaway video. I'm giving away 2 flag decals for really any truck. If you've got a truck, you can enter, and if it's not a Silverado, then I'll get your measurements and I'll make it for you anyway. So head over there and enter that if you haven't. Got to get 100 comments on the video or I'm not doing the giveaway. I think we're like at 40-something comments right now, so got to get 100 comments. Yeah, anyway, so I'm going to show you guys a secret. All right, so you guys know my 2019 Silverado, right? I got Landon over here with his own little GoPro, shooting his own little video.
You guys are using my GoPro.
Yeah, we're using Leaman's GoPro right now.
I bought it for $90.
You bought it what?
For $90.
Oh, yeah. Dude got a deal on this GoPro. He bought it for like 90 bucks from a guy. It's a Hero 5 Black. So, anyway, back to where we were. You guys know my truck, 2019 Silverado. So, what we're doing, check this out. So, you see the mirror here. Look right here. See that right there? That is a plug. That's a plug where a where a side-facing camera would go for like the 360 camera. And obviously my truck doesn't have that. So, we got with superbrightleds.com. Went on their website and ordered up some LEDs, and we're going to put them there. So check these out. So this is a 12mm bullet LED. I don't know why they call it a bullet LED, but it's got a threaded nut. Sorry, it's got a threaded shaft on it, and then there's a nut that goes on it, and it's pre-wired. And we're going to take that thing and put it right up in there. Hopefully my hole's 12mm. If not, we'll drill it out just a little bit. We're going to put it in there and wire it to my cargo lights so that whenever I unlock my truck, it'll shine on the ground on both doors. So let's get to it. All right, so first thing we got to do, we got to pull the mirror off. As you can see, we got it off here. And if you guys want a tutorial on how to pull this mirror off and take this housing apart, check my channel. I've got another video that shows you guys how to do that more in detail. But now we got to get the rest of this crap apart so that we can hook up our light here, feed the wire down into the door panel, and get it wired up to our cargo lights. Alright, so voila, we've got it all taken apart. Give you guys some light. And you can see there is our, whatever that is, sensor. I wonder what it goes to. I don't have a camera there. So there's obviously a connector there, so I wonder what that is. Maybe that's a temperature sensor? I don't know. Let me see if I can find a part number, and maybe I can look it up and see what it is. Alright, so it looks like a change of plans. Apparently, that is an ambient temperature sensor. You can see it's got wires going to it, and it is in use. So I looked up the GM part number that's there on the side of it, and it is the original equipment AC Delco ambient air temperature sensor. So we can't take that out. And at first I thought about moving it and putting my light there, but then I went over here. I didn't even bother to look. The driver's side doesn't have one. Clearly, because you don't need 2 ambient air temp sensors. I just, for some reason, thought that there would be one on the other side. When I looked over here, I was just like, oh, cool. That's where the cameras go. And I was wrong. So, either way, we're still going to do this. So, the new plan is we're going to take and drill a hole somewhere right in there, and we're going to mount our light bulb anyway, just right beside it. Okay, we got our hole drilled. As you can see, we went with a 7/16 drill bit, which I don't have metric and this is metric, so that was the closest size. And always, anytime you're drilling on something that you don't want to get scratched up, put some tape around the hole, or put some tape over and just drill right through the tape, because if not, those shavings will actually spin around and scratch up the surface around your hole. So now we got that cut out. We'll take our light and feed it up through there and get it mounted. Okay, the wiring part of it was a lot more intense than I thought. So I ran the wire up and then I traced the path of the original wires and shoved it down in here thinking, okay, that's good. And then I pulled my door panel off. Got my door panel off and I got to looking and I'm like, there's a connector there. That's not a feed through for wires, that's a connector. So I had to take my mirror off. As you can see now, my mirror's off. Got a little rat lift in there, that's okay. So now, I've got my mirror on a bench, and there's this waterproof housing over the whole thing. So I got this off, which luckily there's nothing holding it on, just tension. So now, I've got to figure out how to integrate this. I fed the wire down here. I've got to figure out how to integrate this into this, or if there's enough room, I can cut a hole in the boot right beside it and feed it through the same port. So we're going to see. Now, I promise you, this isn't anything fancy, but this is why they call it custom, because you have to modify stuff. You can't just bolt it on. They don't make that for my truck. I did. So you see here, we cut just a really small hole in the rubber surround. It's not focusing. Let's see if I can get it to zoom. There you go. We cut a really small hole in the surround, and now we're going to feed this wire in beside the plug. So we got the wire pulled. You can see it's in here. We've got everything plugged back in. We got the mirror bolted in. Now comes the hard part. So I don't know if I have a circuit on the door that works with the cargo lights. I know I have a light right here up under my handle in here. There's a little LED light that shines. Let's see if we can see the, yeah, there you go. There's the harness for it right there. Just a little black and red wire. The only problem is I don't know what circuit that's on. So I'm going to do a little test, and basically I'm going to turn my truck on and close the doors and make sure that it's not on when I'm driving my truck. That's what I don't want. I don't want these on while I'm going down the road at night. I only want those lights on when I do my cargo lights. So if not, then the hard part comes. We're going to have to get this wire down into that harness in between the door and the body and get it down into the footwell so that we can wire it to wherever. It's probably right here. I'm guessing it's on the passenger side, not the driver, but wherever the light is that powers the cargo lights in the back of the truck, because that's the circuit we want to tap into, because I know that's the one that it's only on when you hit the unlock button. It turns on all the cargo lights in the bed, and it turns on the parking lights and stuff. But that's one I want it to come on. When you unlock the truck, I want it to come on and then turn off just like the bed lights do. Now, I'm okay with it coming on when I hit the cargo button. Totally fine with that. I'm okay with all the lights coming on. But I just don't want it on while I'm driving down the road. Oh man, what a nightmare. All right, so you can see we've got the wire ran right beside the plug, down into the door. And looky there. You tell me if you see where I ran that wire. There it is, coming right out. I actually fed it through that whole loom there and got it all back together just the way it's supposed to. That was a nightmare. That's how you ruin some fingers right there, but we got it. As you can see, we've got that light mounted, and if we go over here, you can see we got that light mounted, and we had to hook it in. We had to hook it in right there, and that is the harness for the cargo lights that come on in the bed whenever you unlock the door. And then we ran a wire over to the other side of the console, and we loomed everything through those crazy looms there. And now let's check out the final product. There you go, puddle light on that side, and also on this side. And you can see if I hit the lock button, they go out, hit the unlock, they come on, and then just like the rest of the lights, if I just leave it alone, they will eventually time out and turn off. There we go. And if I hit unlock again, puddle lights. Pretty cool. Really simple mod, actually. Well, it's not super simple. It's actually pretty involved. The hardest part is going to be pulling the wire from that mirrors down into the truck and then getting it across. And actually the really hardest part was finding the circuit to tap into, but I've already done that. So I'll put up a picture real quick right here of the diagram that I tapped into and a picture of where I actually tapped into under the dash. So there you go, guys. Puddle lights on your 2019 Silverado. Real simple to do. I think it took me a couple hours to do it, probably total. I spread it out a little bit. I wasn't working on it the whole time, but a couple hours, like $10, $15 worth of parts, the LEDs. I'll actually put a link to the LEDs in the description of this video so that you guys can get them if you want. They work really well. So there you go. Be sure and subscribe. Also check out my giveaway video. I'm giving away 2 flag decals to 2 lucky winners. We're doing that drawing on Wednesday, November 13th, 2019. And all you gotta do is comment and subscribe. Love it. And you guys are entered to win. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.